Hey guys, today we're going to be showing you how to install a Pace Edwards Jackrabbit tonneau cover on your F150, so let's jump right into the details. So we found that the easiest way to do this is, as a first step, take your tonneau cover out of the box, remove the wood from the outsides, get it on the floor, and then lay out the rails to where you can attach everything here inside, because this box isn't going to be able to support itself in the truck bed without the rails on it. So we're gonna take this rail first and we'll show you how to attach it. So when you go to attach your rail to where the box is, you're gonna wanna go ahead and pull the tonneau forward a little bit, and that's gonna keep it from shifting back in and allow you to put the rail on and have it line up. So that way, once you get it in the truck, you can actually pull it out. Now you can see this is slotted too to go around that cutout there. So we're gonna just try and line it up to where we can slot the rails into this metal bracket. So when you go to attach the rail here, you're gonna have a lip on this side that needs to slide into the actual metal bracket. And then obviously there's a cutout that goes around the non-moving parts of the tonneau here. This part's definitely the most tricky part in getting this whole thing together, but you kind of have to rotate it in and get that tonneau to start engaging on the rail as you slide it, and then slot it in forward just like that. And now the tonneau should be positioned. And you're gonna do the same thing for both sides. So now that I got the rails installed in the box, I just grabbed one of the guys inside real quick to help me lift it out here into the actual bed of the truck. And then we used the box that it actually was shipped in to help prop it up. And that's gonna allow us to get underneath and attach some screws to lock the rails to the box and also add our drains. So we're gonna punch in a little closer and show you how to do that. Now that we're underneath the rail, we can take the supplied Phillips head screw with the washer and the little lock washer, go ahead and tighten that down into this hole, and that's going to keep the rails from slipping back out of the box. And once you have it twisted in, it's nice and snug. It should sit just like that. Now with the rails locked on, I'm going to go ahead and just lift this up a little bit so I can slide the box out of the way. And that's going to let us set the tonneau a little bit more flat and get it up against the bed. So with the way this tonneau drains, the water will tend to funnel into the box, and the drains are going to attach at the bottom of that box so you can funnel it out of the truck. Now F-150s typically have these little plastic caps kind of at the end here that you can pop out. And if you drill a hole in that, you can run the hose through that hole. We're not gonna go ahead and drill it yet because we don't actually have a bit that big here on us, but we can go ahead and at least attach the hose to the box, and then this will just pop right out of the bed like that to channel all the water. When you go to install your tonneau cover, you're gonna need to clean this bar and install weather stripping along the back to help seal it, so that way dirt and water don't come in through the back of the bed. Ours already has the weather stripping from a previous tonneau, so we're just gonna leave that in place, but you will have some that comes in the kit. So now that we've got everything in place, you wanna go ahead and lift your tailgate up and make sure you get it positioned just right to where there's a little bit of a gap between the end of the rail and where the tailgate comes in. And that way everything stays in line, you don't have to smash the tailgate up against it, and you're not worrying about the tonneau preventing the tailgate from closing. So once you've got that lined up, which we do, you can set this back down, and now we can hop in and install the clamps to actually lock the rails to the bed. So now when you go to attach the rails to the actual truck, you're gonna have two pieces to make each bracket that are gonna slot together, as well as the actual hardware to tighten it. And what you're gonna do is take this one that has the channel in it and go ahead and pop this onto the rail. And you'll see that there's cutouts in the rail that are gonna allow you to slide this on and then slide it forward. And it'll take a second to get it lined up just right to where you can get it to move the way you want. There we go. And once that's in, you'll be able to kind of slide that down. We're gonna push this one all the way back towards the end of our bed here. Now that it's in place, we can take the other half of the bracket and slot it in behind to get our hardware through. Once you've got your hardware kind of threaded in and you've got this sort of relatively placed where you want, then you're gonna go ahead and take a 7/16 socket on your ratchet, put it on here, and you can start tightening this down to get it locked into place. After the rails are bolted down, we can set the lid in its place on top of the box, making sure to line up those bolt holes. Grab the screwdriver and then tighten each end of the lid down. All right, and just like that, you can close this up, and that completes our install of this Pace Edwards tonneau cover.